how to calculate the compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, plus the growth rate year over year. So you're looking at a financial report, you're looking at an income statement, you're looking at a revenue, you're trying to compare a company, and you're wondering which company is making more revenue over a certain time period or over year to year. So, for example, you may be looking at Apple and Microsoft, and you're trying to see which company revenue is growing faster or who's having a better year or whatnot. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this video. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit that like, comment, and share button. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you're now tuned into the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from the beautiful state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And as always, I don't have a lot of time, and I definitely know you guys and girls don't have a lot of time, so we're going to jump straight into it. So in our previous video and on some of our lives, we've been going over balance sheets, right? And I remember one of our live videos when we were going over balance sheet, we were looking at companies that had growth revenue that was actually growing, or total revenue that was actually growing. So when you're looking at a revenue, like for a prime example, we're on Yahoo Finance. This is Apple's total revenue from 2016 to 2019. As we can see, they made 250 million one year. Then the next year, it went up to 229 million. Then it went up again. Then it kind of went down a little bit or whatnot. So we want to say, hey, so Prince, what is the compound annual growth rate? Or what is the growth rate? How is it growing compared to another particular company? One of the formulas you can use is CAGR, which is a compound annual growth rate. So what the CAGR will do, this will give you an idea, or it gives you the number or the idea of how much a company has grown in a particular time period. Could be a great analytical tool to use to a competitor. Like, how much growth from total revenue growth from 2016 to 2019 Apple has had compared to Microsoft. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that and how to use that formula right here. Right here, you have the CAGR, which is the compound annual growth rate, right? So all you need is we're going to use from 2016 to 2019 for Apple. So we're going to replace the F with the final balance, the S with the beginning balance, the Y with the years. So from 2016 to 2019. In 2019, total revenue for Apple was 260 million. So we put that here. That's the final balance we're going to use. And then in 2016, you can use this for anything, for total revenue. You can use this for sales, anything in the investing world. I'm going to show you how to use it analyzing reports. So now the starting balance in 2016 was 215,000. So you're going to divide 260,174 divided by 260 million divided by 215 million, which I have annotated here. You're going to come up with the number of 1.21. So prime example, you're going to divide these two. Divide the final is divided by the start. You're going to come up with 1.21. 1.21 exponent 214. See, because 2016 to 2019 was 4 years. So it's 1 over how many years you're looking at. So what I did is I divided it by 4 to turn into a decimal. So I put 1 divided by 4 because 4 was the amount of years. If you're using 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, you would do the same thing. And I came up with 1.25. So I did 1.21 times the exponent of 0.25. So 1.21 times the exponent of 0.25, as you can see here. Once I did that, I came up with a number of 1.05, right? Now, you subtract 1.05, subtract it from 1, and you're going to come up with 0.05. Then you're going to take 0.05, and you're going to multiply it times 100. Once you do that, you're going to come up with a 5% annual growth rate from 2016 to 2009 for Apple's total revenue. Now you can take that and compare it to another particular company to see how much their annual growth revenue is going. Now you may ask the question, Prince, what if I don't want to do for 4 or 5 years? What if I want to do for 1 year? Who's had the most growth from 2016 for, let's say if you want to do 1 year. You can use that same formula in a way to do 1 year, but now I don't think you can, but I haven't tried it for 1 year. But here's 1 year that you can use, right? You can take the final value minus the start value, divide it, multiply it times 100. So once again, we're going to do from 2016 to 2017. From 2016 to 2017, what was the growth rate in revenue? So we're going to do here, we're going to do 2.269. We're going to put in the final, what we had in 2017. We're going to minus what we had in 2016. We're going to divide it by 2016, what was the start value. We come up with 0.635. Multiply that times 100. Now you're going to get 6% growth rate from 2016 to 2017. Now what else can you do with this information? You can also say, well, you know what? I can now, since I know Apple's revenue is growing at 6%, I can now make an estimate of how much would it be for the following year, right? So now that I know this, and I know in 2019 the revenue was 260 million, 6% of 260 million, right? You can do that. You can get 6% of 260 million, add on to it, and make an estimate of, oh, next year we may be looking at 275 million, right? So now that you know how the company has been growing over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, it can help you in making an estimate of the future. Now, granted, this does not speak, of course, this is every year is not the same, especially looking at 2020. We know that every year is not the same. A black swan could come out of nowhere, especially in finance, and the coronavirus could come in and take down total revenue. So it's not a guarantee, but this is a tool for your toolbox. There are millions of formulas out there. This is one I wanted to show you guys and girls, and actually how to use it to apply it on revenue to use as an analytical tool. All right. If you got any questions, comments, or anything like that, drop them in the comments box below. Until the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever else crazy you see me do around the globe. Peace, be safe. I'm out, and thank you.